Now I'm going to introduce you the last speaker of the first afternoon session. Haley Kang will tell us AI based. As soon as the video is ready, we are going to introduce Dr. Kang to you.
Thank you for attending the International Copyright Technology Conference 2022. This presentation will talk about the AI-based generative model and copyright. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dong-ho Kang. I got my PhD in AI and robotics for construction at the University of Manitoba in 2022. I am currently working as an AI scientist in Key AI. I also do volunteer work to spread the AI technology with NVIDIA for the university student. If you are interested in the AI workshop, please contact me. We have various academic options. Anyway, my research publication and my company work experience are highly focused on the computer vision field. For this reason, I would like to present a high-level view of the AI-based image generative model instead of text generative model. After that, we will discuss the interesting example cases between AI creators and copyright. I'll skip the detail about the copyright law since I am not a lawyer, but I try to explain about the case result as an AI scientist. I hope that attendants can get useful information from this presentation and find future opportunities for it. Let's dive into the presentation. In 2022, AI is able to generate realistic images or videos from sentences. It is not just a simple face change like a deep fake. For example, with stable diffusion, even ordinary people can easily generate an artistic image based on the user's input sentences. There is no required coding knowledge or paint skill. Also, Meta Research publishes the text-to-video AI. When a user enters a sentence, AI creates a video based on input sentence. In this way, we can easily produce various images or videos without more specialized skill. Many professional artists said that the development of camera is the first momentum of the art. Before the development of camera, painters practiced drawing realistic images. The more skilled painter, the more realistic the paintings. However, after the camera is developed, the characteristic of artist is changed. The painting skill becomes less important, and creativity is one of the most important aspects of the art. Now, I would like to say that the AI hit the second momentum in art history. AI can generate the multiple images which can overcome the human imagination. An artist just pick the best images among them and print it. For example, Jason Allen won the Colorado State Fair. An image is generated by the Midjourney AI. We just print the image on the canvas and submit the contest. This case is one of the cases that AI beat the human's creativity. And it is a little bit scary moment. However, let's see some behind the technology about this artwork. I will briefly explain about AI while avoiding mathematical approaches as much as possible. For example, when we make the police AI, which can identify the fake money. In this case, we have input money image and AI give the result that it is a genuine or fake. To train this process, AI compares the prediction result and ground truth. This process is repeated when our police AI can classify that input data is the real money or fake money. Compared to the previous police AI, generative adversarial network, which is called Kang, has different structures. Kang is the hot technology as an image generation model. Contrary to our previous police AI, it can be described as counterfeiters. This algorithm is trying to make a fake money that looks real and compete with our previous police AI. Police AI is trying to identify this counterfeiter's money as a fake money. And if these two AI compete against each other and improve their performances, and one day counterfeiters might be able to create the realistic money. That's the concept of the game. For the little bit fancy term, the training process of both model generator and discriminator is as follows. Before the first running, there is a probability distribution of the real data and probability distribution of the generator and the probability distribution of discriminator. Discriminator determines how different the generator and the existing probability distribution are. And the generator modifies the generation model to deceive the discriminator according to real probability distribution, and ultimately has a process of reducing the difference between the probability distribution of generator and the probability distribution of the real data. I would like to say one more time, the core concept of Kang is that algorithm reduces the difference between the probability distribution of the generator, which is a counterfeiter, and the probability distribution of real data, which is a real money. The diffusion algorithm might produce a similar result to generative adversarial model, but it works in a different way. First, we add the noise to each step of the image. However, AI removes this noise to recover the images in each step. If AI performs this process a lot of times, in the end, AI can generate the image from the noise. To explain it in a little bit more detail, the diffusion algorithm follows the assumption of the Markov chain. There are given past state and present state, but the future state only affects the present state. Any change in the state is not continuous. This procedural approach shows that each state will gradually add the noise, but if AI calculates inversely, AI can also remove the noise at each state. In the end, AI generates the images from the noise. For example, in this image, the diffusion algorithm removes the noise each state, and it can complete the images, Homer Simpson image. Nowadays, diffusion is getting a lot of attention in the generative AI field because this logic can be applied more widely in various tasks. For example, in a model that creates the images from text, the AI is combined between the text interpretation model and diffusion model. Using a large amount of dataset with the images and text, we can teach the distance state between the image and text. As the result, the text provided by user is turned into the image. For example, the above images are made by an algorithm called Glide. In this algorithm, users can edit the images with the input sentences. After the AI draw the image of dog, wearing a hat and bow tie, like that. Like this, AI can be applied to design the product or art creation activities in the future. Recently, USCO has also acknowledged the copyright of AI-drawn images. AI technology described before are now important in the copyright as well in this region. New York-based artist Kristina Kashtanova has recently received the copyright of her comic book Jaya of the Dawn, which is made by also AI. On the other hand, Steven Taylor's AI art, which is called A Recent Entrance to Paradise, is rejected by USCO. This rejection case is quite interesting. In the next page, we will see the discussion between the Taylors and the USCOs. USCO provides the concrete reason that why USCO rejected the Taylor's cases. Let's check a little bit more detail. Let's see the USCO's rejection report. The USCO described why they reject his cases multiple times. Also, Taylor claims some of his idea about his copyright for the reconsideration of his request. Because the reason why we see this one is that we need to understand why this case is rejected. On November 3rd, 2018, it's 4 years ago, Taylor submitted his application to register a copyright of his AI work. He registered the computer-generated work as a work for hire to the owner of Creative Machine. So Creative Machine is the AI obvious. And Office rejected his file because it lacks the human authorship necessary to the support of copyright claim. Taylor sent the reconsideration request, and in September 23, 2019, he said that human authorship requirement is unconstitutional and unsupported by either statute or case law. Office rejected his first reconsideration request because Office said that it is lack the required human authorship necessary to sustain a claim in copyright. Taylor did not provide any evidence on sufficient creative input or intervention by human author in the work. So Taylor actually, claims the second reconsideration in 2020. He said that there is no binding authority that prohibits copyright for computer-generated work. Copyright law allows non-human entities to be authors under the work made for hire doctrine. So he keep claiming that he hired the AI. And Office's new report said that copyright law only protects the fruit of the intellectual level that are founded in the creative powers of the human mind. Taylor must either provide evidence that the work is the product of human authorship or convince the office to depart from century of copyright jurisprudence. So also, Taylor is talking about the work, and he hired a machine. About this argument, office also refuted his claim, and this part is also very interesting to me, and I believe you guys also are very interesting about this part, because office said that Taylor's work is clearly not a work made for hire as defined in the Copyright Act. The work is required to make for hire must be either prepared by an employee or by one or more parties who expressly agree in written instrument that the work is for hire. So Taylor's AI cannot give any expression about the written instrument. I think that this is the critical reason that why USCO does not allow the copyright. However, if AI can think and they can sign the agreement in the futures, then this claim can be a new argument. I'm not sure that Taylor will send his third request about this copyright. But compared to the Taylor's case, Christina submit her application with assertion as the Christina about her comic book. Also, Christina has the rights and permission. So I believe that USCO gives the copyright for this reason. However, AI can generate the millions of comic book very easily. So I'm not sure that USCO can handle this problem in future. For the summarize it, the human authorship is required to get the copyright, and Christina registered herself as the author of Jaya of the Dawn, and USCO allowed that AI as the tool and human is the author. And Taylor registered the AI as the author of the art, so USCO refused that there is no creative contribution about the art. So these two cases left some question. If you are the creator, how you can protect your work which is made by AI? If you are a lawyer, how can you protect your client? And if you are public service, how can you classify that this should be approved or not? There might be a lot of cases after these two cases, because this is just starting. Now world is actually changing, and people is also currently defining the creativity of the borderline between human and AI. And you might become a Christina or Delos. However, one fact is that we cannot roll back to this upcoming AI world. And thank you for listening to my presentations. If you have any question, feel free to contact me.